former Turkish diplomat Mehmet Ogutcu, live for us from London. Great to have you on the News Hour. Tell us, do you think Turkey will get what it wants from this meeting in Brussels, considering it's been asking the EU for help with the refugees and migrant crisis for so many years now?
Yes, I think patience in Ankara has run out. That's the reason why we had this crisis on the Turkish-Greek border. But you have to remember that this meeting is following on the footsteps of the previous discussions. You know, EU president was in Ankara talking to Erdogan, and then the whole team of EU leaders, including Commission President and EU Council President, were on the Greek-Turkish border, on the Greek side, and promising about 750 million euro to Greece to deal with this problem. So if the Turkish and EU officials have not negotiated a deal in advance, I don't think Erdogan would have gone to Brussels. So there must be some skeleton of a deal already agreed more or less. And there are a couple of issues to discuss in Brussels. One, of course, the most important one is this refugee crisis. And EU will try to sort of get rid of this issue by offering some more funding to Turkey, which hasn't come in the past, as expected. I think the second most important issue, especially from the Turkish point of view, is the future of Turkish-EU relationship. It has been put on the shelves in the freeze for long now, and the Turkish demand is that we have to revitalize this enhancement, modernization of customs union, and plus free movement of Turkish citizens in the EU, and also some frozen bilateral assistance to Turkey because of the sanctions and what you have.
Okay.
Therefore, there are two major blocks of issues there. One regarding the urgent issue of the refugees, which have to be handled urgently. And the other one is the future of Turkish-EU relationship, how it's going to go from here.
And with regards to the money that the EU had promised Turkey and which has been so important for Turkey, what do you think Turkey can do at this meeting to get that?
Well, I think Turkey has a stronger hand now because of the crisis that we are going through. Yes, I think to a certain extent, Brussels is right in thinking that it was a political move on the Turkish side to push its own problem in Idlib, in the border, and inside Turkey, a little bit to the European side so that they feel the pain and the heat as well. And now my expectation is that EU will come with concrete proposals of funding to Turkey in order to deal with this humanitarian crisis. How much it's going to be, I think, will be part of the bargaining, and how it's going to be delivered. Because so far, EU insisted that they will only fund the projects presented by Turkey, rather than giving a free hand to spend as Turkey wants, 3 billion or 4 billion euros. And so this is going to be probably the backbone of the discussions, whether it will be cash provided to Turkey, a blank check, or again, tied to specific projects. And since they already provided quite an impressive amount of help to Greece, a member country, for dealing with this little problem they have on the border compared to what Turkey is facing, I think it has to be a very concrete figure. I don't think Erdogan will come back from Brussels without a strong commitment, not like the ones Turkey has received in the past and not being fulfilled. Okay. As a matter of fact, both sides are claiming that they have not kept their own side of the deal. So we have to see how it's going to come out as a result of these tough negotiations at the highest level.
Indeed, tough negotiations. Mehmet Ogutcu, live for us in London. Pleasure to have you here on the News Hour. Appreciate it.